Welcome back. Markets, at least for now, have defended that mark, the 20 DMA, and seeing a bit of a mild bounce from there. And the rupee as well has stabilized a little bit, which is good news. Well, let's focus on another company, Blue Star. And we have Mr. Thiagarajan, who is here with us on the show. Hi, sir. Good morning. Good to see you, Ben. Well, sir, coming across to you in just a bit, we want to understand whether or not the long-term growth story is intact after a weak summer, the festive growth as well as demand trends in this quarter, and the room AC industry outlook for FY26. We're going to discuss all of this. Mr. Thiagarajan, good morning. Good to see you in. Always a pleasure talking to you, sir. Well, for the industry on the whole, Q2 was tough for a whole host of issues. Could you tell us how things are looking in the second half of this year? And will you be able to make up for the lost ground in the first half of the year? And also in our last conversation, you mentioned that you're expecting 30% growth this festive season. Did it happen? And, what's your rough estimate as of now?
Good morning, Nigel. It's a pleasure interacting with you. All are pertinent questions. First thing is that in the festival season up to Diwali, from September 22nd, when the GST came into effect, we saw in Blue Star around 35% growth for the like-to-like period, but that's not going to convey anything for the simple reason there would have been a pent-up demand during the blackout period when the GST new rate had not come into effect. Now, there is an energy label change that is going to be implemented with effect from 1st of January 2026. Therefore, build up to that, there should be some sales that should be happening coinciding with the Christmas New Year season. Going by November last few days indication, I think there will be growth. After a long time, November was a month where we saw around 10% growth. Now, you have to wait for the energy level implementation period, which is the December 31st. I think it will take off from that particular point. Then you have the other window, February, when the IMD forecasts are available, build up to the summer. Now, on the whole, my estimate is that the industry should be happy if they match last year volumes and revenue. It is going to be anywhere between minus 10% to same level or a flat for FY26 as far as room air conditioner sales is concerned. Now, we are at around minus 10% as of now. We will be very happy if you show a marginal growth over last year. But having said that, even if it is going to be flat, CAGR, if you calculate from FY22, it is still 18% because we are comparing with a huge growth year, which was FY25.
Okay.
That's why we are feeling the pain. Okay. I do not think we will be able to make up for the lost summer season.
Okay. All right. But you're sounding far more optimistic in terms of demand. Give us a sense about inventory levels, sir, if you could give us a sense on that. And what about discounting? Is that taking center stage now to push through inventory, or that's not happening? Give us some clarity on both inventory as well as discounting.
Our inventory is around 65 days. Ideally, it should be around only 45 days.
Okay.
And hopefully by December end, it comes down to 45-day level. What I gather is the industry inventory is around 90 days. And obviously, it will lead to discounting. There are two aspects. One is inventory level has to be brought down. Then a manufacturer cannot bill the channels beyond 31st of December, the old energy label products. So you have components as well as finished goods, which you will have to liquidate or you have to relabel. So therefore, there will be margin pressure, but that was anticipated, that is being taken care of. It is not going to impact the revised guideline on margins, which I had provided. It was 7.5 to 8%. We revised it down to 7 to 7.5% for the full financial year. So that takes into account this margin pressure, which is inevitable.
So you're sticking to 7 to 7.5% margins
For the segment 2.
for the unitary cooling products
That's right. That's
business.
right.
Got that, Mr. Thiagarajan. It's been a challenging year, sir, right? Bit of a washout year, forgettable year for the room air conditioner industry. But my question is a little deeper. I mean, is this just one of those years, and they happen in businesses? It's a weather-related industry anyway. Or does it give you learnings in terms of whether something needs to change? I mean, do you think that there's a greater need on the industrial cooling business, the commercial cooling business? And give us your expectations from that business for the rest of the year.
Shurbi, good morning. It is not disheartening. It is disappointing. That's about all. If you're, you're a hero acting in many movies. One movie is a flop movie, and so you hope the next movie you work hard to make that movie a successful one. You will not retire because of that, and so therefore.
But sir, to take the analogy forward, it's like if one of your Bollywood movies flops, that's fine, it's life. But you realize that you need to grow bigger in the southern markets, that you need to do a lot of the south movies as well. Therefore, the question on commercial air conditioning.
No, the potential for this industry is great. This is the industry which amongst consumer durables will be growing the fastest. We are fortunate to be in this space during this period. So between now and 2030, there may be one more bad summer, that's fine, but it is going to be a very important segment for Blue Star and for anybody for that matter. That's why the competition is intensifying, the valuations are high, and I am very, very optimistic about the long-term prospects. Even FY27 should be a great year. Now, coming to the specific question, the long term, what one will have to do, the lessons learned. We keep learning despite being 82-year plus company. You have to weather-proof Blue Star. You have to weather-proof the room air conditioner industry itself, which would mean we do have portfolio in commercial air conditioning or commercial refrigeration. You must do that. Even within room air conditioner, the institutional business you should grow. And you should have the cost structure in such a manner you are flexible. Say, for example, we end up spending a huge amount of money in the IPL, assuming that summer season is going to be great. But after having invested that money, if summer is not working, that money is a waste. So you will have to relook at your marketing mix as well. So there are quite a few lessons learned and that will get implemented. But having said that, this business is seasonal.
No, absolutely.
And you can't escape from that.
And you expect a much better FY27. Point taken, sir.
Mr. Thiagarajan, good morning. And we have you on when the so-called Mumbai winter is returned. It got hot in the middle, but I think it's much cooler now. And it's expected to be a cold winter, according to the weather folks. This one particularly, both here and in North India as well. Is there any way to define, because you're on the industrial side, on MEP, you're in data centers, factories, etc. Is there a way you can define market share there?
No, on the commercial air conditioning, we will be close to 30% market share. Or EPC projects addressed segments, we will be close to 30%. But the size of those segments are not going to compensate for the room air conditioners. In India, room air conditioners constitute a very large part of air conditioning market. So for you to grow not only the revenue as well as the profits, the room air conditioner part of it becomes very significant. The commercial air conditioning part of it or the EPC is providing you that relief. That's why you will find our results are not all that bad compared with some of the peers, for the simple reason that B2B part of it is compensating for.
Okay, all right. Mr. Thiagarajan, I just want to ask you this with regard to air purifiers. That segment suddenly seems to be coming to life. And I believe, the demand is very, very high. And we had Eureka Forbes that put out a presentation. If I got my numbers correct, they were talking about less than 300 crores of an industry capacity as of now, which they're expecting to go to more than 1,000 crores. And I think they're up their guidance. What about you? Do you all have plans to get into this vertical?
Your own article is also well articulated. You have.
My piece on LinkedIn. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
So it should, but the thing is whether 300 to 1,000 crore, whether the markets are going to take it seriously. It's for this country. This is a very still a small part of it.
Under-penetrated. I think it's less than 1%, if I got that number correct.
In the long run, my view is the air conditioners should be equipped with more and more filters for purification, so that you don't need an air conditioner, air purifier. That's what you have to look at.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Mr. Thiagarajan, we'll leave it there, sir. Thank you very much for joining us and running us through state of affairs right now and what the future looks like. Of course, I mean, the room AC market is the dominant big one, which in 27 and 28 perhaps looks much better. Now,